3 knocks. 3 a.m. I check the camera. The porch is completely empty, but my doorknob is turning. My name is Ryan. I'm 26. I live alone in a small townhouse on the quietest street you can imagine. We're talking retired couples, young families, a dog that barks at leaves. Nothing unusual ever happens here. I moved in 8 months ago. I actually chose this neighborhood specifically because it felt safe. Boring even. The kind of place where the biggest drama is somebody's sprinkler running too long. That changed 3 nights ago. I woke up at exactly 3007 a.m. to a sound that pulled me out of a dead sleep. 3 knocks on my front door. Not urgent, not frantic. Just slow, deliberate knocks, evenly spaced, like someone who had all the time in the world. Knock, knock, knock. My first instinct was that a neighbor was in trouble. Maybe a medical emergency. Maybe a car accident out front. I climbed out of bed and went straight to the peephole. Nobody there. The porch light was on. I could see the full landing, the steps, the path to the street. Not a single person. I stood there a full 30 seconds, breathing, waiting. Then it happened again. Knock, 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 knock. Same rhythm, same spacing, same slow, patient beat. I grabbed my phone and opened my security camera app. I have a doorbell camera that covers the entire front of my property, the door, the steps, the yard, all the way to the sidewalk. The feed was live. The porch was completely empty. No person, no shadow, no movement anywhere on the street. Not even a passing car. I was still staring at my phone when it happened a third time. But this time I had one hand on the door. I felt it vibrate under my palm from the knock. I looked through the peephole immediately, the same second, and saw nothing. Absolute nothing. And then I looked back at my phone camera and my entire body went cold. My doorknob was turning, slowly, quietly, like someone on the other side was testing whether it was locked. The handle rotated maybe a quarter turn, held for 2 seconds, then eased back. But the camera pointed directly at the door showed no hand, no arm, no person of any kind, just the handle moving on its own. I stepped back into my living room. Every light in my house was now on. I wasn't moving. I wasn't breathing loud. I was just listening. 1 full minute of silence. And then I heard it. A voice. Right outside the door. Not loud. Almost too quiet, like someone pressing their mouth against the wood and whispering through it. It said my name. Ryan. Soft, clear, unhurried. I have never introduced myself to a single neighbor on that street. My name is not on my mailbox. My social media has no location attached to it. Nobody out there should know my name. I did not sleep that night. The next morning I pulled up the full footage. 30 minutes of recordings covering the entire time the knocking occurred. The camera shows an empty porch from start to finish. Nobody walks up. Nobody leaves. The doorknob turns. Nobody is holding it. I told myself it was a mechanical fault. Old hardware, pressure changes, something rational. But when I got home from work that evening, I stopped dead on my front step. There were 3 fingerprints pressed into the dust on the outside of my door, right below the peephole. Small, narrow, too small to belong to an adult. I didn't make those prints. I know that for certain. I still haven't figured out what did. I'm not someone who believes in the unexplainable. I'm a practical person. I look for logical answers. But I have footage, I have fingerprints, and I have a voice saying my name at 3 a.m. from an empty porch. So I'm asking you, what would you have done?